Yo, today we're ranking Jurassic Park dinosaur villains, not the humans, because the humans just kind of like leave gates open. It's not necessarily evil, it's just more like irresponsible. Plus, everyone thinks Dr. Wu is a villain, and that just downright offends me. The bro, he's just a scientist, like he's the hero of the story, if anything. Either way, let's get into it. Okay, each of these dinosaurs is listed as an official villain for Jurassic Park, so if you disagree that some of these dinosaurs were villains, it's not my fault, it's the website. First is the subadult T-Rex from Jurassic Park 3 that literally does nothing. It just kind of follows the humans and then gets like whooped by a Spinosaurus, so I mean, he doesn't do anything. He pretty much just dies, but he was a subadult. It wasn't his fault, but still, he is but a loser. I'm so sorry. The Atrociraptors from Jurassic World Dominion that pursued Chris Pratt through the city were awful. Like, they were so freaking cool, but they didn't get anybody. They didn't, like, I thought the entire point of them was that they could track and catch anybody. They tracked and caught nobody, dude. Absolute butt villains. Like, they did pretty much nothing. Sorry, I'm so heated over this right now, but I don't know. I'm so sick of the laser-pointed dinosaur attacks. It doesn't even make sense. What DNA are you adding to the dinosaur to make them track lasers? I don't even get it. You get a D also, because you didn't even kill anybody, nerd. Oof, the start of this list is gonna be brutal, because next we have the Pyroraptor from Jurassic World Dominion, the one that chased them on the ice, that also did nothing. I just don't understand. I think they always need to have background cast members in every scene, not just main cast members, because the main cast members can't die. You need to have people in the scene who could always die, because this turd tickler also killed nobody, which leaves me to leaving it as a villain. As far as a villain dinosaur goes, was minimal threat, didn't even get anybody. Okay, next is the Raptor Pack from Jurassic Park 3. These guys were legit, dude. They were like torturing people, so their cries for help lured out other humans.
They actually set a trap.
They were downright diabolical. Digging that raptor claw into that one guy's neck in that one scene was just the most gangster thing I've ever seen a dinosaur do. Those guys get an S for sure. Okay, the Pteranodon flock from Jurassic Park 3 was incredible. They straight up like ate everyone on the boat at the start of that movie, completely stranding the kid and his mom's boyfriend. They freaking tortured Billy, dude. They like dragged Billy around in the water, tearing pieces off of him like absolute gangsters. Now, they didn't kill anybody aside from the original boat crew, but considering they only got like 15 minutes of screen time in total, and they still dropped bodies, I think they did pretty great. I'm gonna give them an A. They weren't like a main villain. They didn't do anything too terrifying, but they terrorized the main cast beautifully. Okay, the compies from Lost World, absolutely an S. Like, they were so small, such a minuscule part of the movie, but they still managed to rip a grown man to pieces, little bite-sized pieces. Plus, in the book, they eat a baby, and that's hardcore as hell. That's like peak villain right there. Okay, the Allosaurus from that short film, Battle at Big Rock, wasn't like I mean, it was the villain of the movie, but it wasn't like an actual movie. It was kind of just like a teaser. It didn't kill anybody, but for that teaser, it left that family completely. They're all gonna have trauma for the rest of their life. And like, it's not like you could have a rated R teaser anyway, so it did the best that it could do. I'm gonna give that handsome bastard a B. Okay, the Raptors from Lost World, Jurassic Park 2. These things were incredible. They were so freaking cool. But unfortunately, one of them dies at the end of the movie because a kid kicks it. A freaking kid kicks it. I don't like the premise of a grown adult being able to defeat a raptor, so a child doing it is just the most offensive thing on the planet. They were freaking awesome. And then that kick just ruined the raptors for me. I'm gonna give them a C. It could have been lower, it could have been a D, but they were still pretty great. But then they got kicked. Okay, the Jurassic Dominion Giga. We've talked about this thing plenty of times. We don't need to discuss it farther. As far as a villain goes, it was awful. It was the worst kind of it. It ate a bug. It ate a bug that was already on fire and basically dead. Didn't even kill a bug, just ate one. Okay, Jurassic Dominion Therizinosaurus was pretty cool. It killed a deer, it killed the Giga, but like none of that made, I don't know. As far as the villain goes, it wasn't really much of a threat. Sucker was blind, you could just crawl right past it. I don't know. I think Dominion really let us down in like the villain category. I'm gonna give that Therizino a C, because okay, the Dilophosaurus in all movies combined. Now, I'm not gonna lie, in Dominion, Chris Pratt grabbing the Dilophosaurus neck to stop it was one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. It drops the Dilo down a few points already. But they did kill a guy at the end, I forgot his name, the little scrawny nerd guy, and they did massacre Nedry. So I feel like the Nedry massacre is still really worth a lot of points in the franchise. I feel like Jurassic World was just kind of goofy, but like Jurassic Park saves the Dilo, you know? I'll give him an A because of Nedry. It would have been an S, but again, that Chris Pratt throat grab was just awful. The Raptors from Jurassic Park 1, absolutely an S. There's no reason to even talk about it. They completely harassed and massacred and terrorized the main cast the entire movie legitimately beautifully. There was no error. Okay, the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus, the most hated dinosaur in the franchise. Everyone hates this thing so much because it killed a T-Rex. I consider this thing on level with the Indom, basically, because Spinosauruses don't look anything like this. Like, theropods aren't supposed to have giant grabbing hands and all that stuff. It's an unnatural advantage. The freaking Indom and the Jurassic Park 3 Spino are hybrids that have this advantage. I'm forced to believe the Spino is just like another genetic monster like the Indom. And it was perfect. It was a perfect villain. It killed stuff. It terrorized people. Like, if they freaking had to go digging through its crap, like, that's gangster. And he never even died. He's the only Jurassic Park or world villain that's never died. Undefeated, baby. Going to S. Okay, the Indoraptor, I have very mixed feelings over. It was so cool, such a cool concept. It killed a lot of people. It was smart. It did some good stuff. But the turd couldn't even catch a child. Once you get a dinosaur, they can't catch and kill a child, which, I mean, this is a horrible thing to say, but even, like, weirdos get, like, obese guys do that, you know what I'm saying? Plus, it's the original, like, laser-pointed targeted dinosaur hunter. I think that laser concept is so stupid. It's like you're already aiming a gun at the person you want to kill. Why would you activate a laser and send a dinosaur after it? You're already aiming a gun at it. The dinosaur costs like $1 billion. A bullet costs like 45 cents, man. And that's like the largest caliber expensive ones. Just shoot the guy. Stupid. And then it died at the end like a goober also. Couldn't catch a kid, died like a goober, and just silly plot. But it did kill a lot of people and it was pretty freaking cool looking, so I'll still give it an A. I'm only giving it an A because it was cool looking though. Okay, the Buck and Doe T-Rex from Lost World, giving those ones an S. They were properly terrifying. They're the kind of terror you want from a movie, absolutely. They freaking kill so many people, and more importantly, like the whole like bus hanging off the cliff scene was just crazy. That guy gets pulled in two was like one of the most cinematic shots of the whole franchise. Dude, just getting ripped apart by these like two T-Rexes that are basically just on a date. It was beautiful. I'm giving them an S. I love those T-Rexes so much. Okay, the Indominus Rex is obviously getting an S. It's like, it's literally a villain. It's not even a dinosaur. This thing doesn't care about anything. It just goes around killing everybody. It does die like a goober, but it kills a lot of people and it terrorizes the cast. It does its job as a villain. I'm giving it an S. Okay, Rexy. Rexy deserves a whole nother tier entirely. She carries the franchise. A lot of kids these days think she's old and stupid and slow, and like she would be pretty old and slow by this point, but I'm like a 90s kid. I remember when everywhere you look, everything was Rexy. Like after the first Jurassic Park movie came out, like you couldn't freaking wear a shirt or have a cup, anything, a mug, everything was Rexy. She carried the entire franchise. She's the reason there's Jurassic World movies now today. Plus, she's incredible and T-Rexes are awesome. All that doesn't even matter though, because she's Rexy. She gets S tier no matter freaking what. There's other stuff with like Camp Cretaceous and stuff like that, but those dinosaurs weren't on this list because they weren't in movies. I feel like you could get into animated stuff forever. I feel like there's a few dinosaurs that could be added to this, but again, I didn't make the list. But either way, this is it. This is my tier ranking of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World dinosaur villains. I'm pretty freaking proud of it. It sucks for those Lost World Raptors, but that's just whatever. Either way, comment any fixes or like arguments you have with this list down below. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.